Well, hello! Back with another $20 comic haul video. I'm getting a little popularity here, so I'm going to keep rolling with it. But $20 comic book store this week. Picked up a few cool books, key issues, just neat things to have in your collection. First off is Uncanny Avengers, number 14. You can get this for cover price, which is around $4. This is the death of Rogue and the death of Scarlet Witch. Now, of course, deaths don't really mean a whole lot in the comic book world. But these are two major characters, and who knows if they'll stick or not, but it's at least worth checking out and getting in your collection. You probably can still find this for cover price. You might even be able to find this on the racks or at some comic book stores. It's probably about 5 months old or so now, but worth picking up. There is a variant to this. I didn't get it. You can get it online for about $8, $9, $10. It is a Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. variant, which has one of the characters from the TV show. I stay away from variants like that because it doesn't have anything to do with the book, and collectors might really like the cover that has the two characters who actually die in the book on it. And and for your collection, this kind of looks better than having a photo of a TV star in the series that might get canceled. So I would probably pick this one up. I think that if you're in this for investment, I think this will go up just as good as the other one. The other one might be 25% more, but I think there'll still be a very good market for this if these deaths stick. Next book I got, this was, I don't know, $4, $5. This is Defenders 27. This is the first appearance of Starhawk, who becomes a Guardian of the Galaxy. With, again, all the cosmic stuff going on. This character he's kind of an interesting character. I think he splits into two personalities, female, male. He's kind of one of these cosmic guru, cosmic being type things, a little bit more transcendent than just the Guardians. Again, worth picking up. Defenders is a really cool series anyway, so worth grabbing for a few dollars. Next is Thor, $4.33. This was around $1. I think it says $1.50, but this was even on sale, so I think this was $1. This is where Eric Masterson and Thor become one. The Donald Blake persona goes away for a while, and Thor actually merges with immortal Eric Masterson. And this was a big issue way back in the day. Not so much anymore. But with movies and different things, Thor's getting more and more popular. This is still a key book in the Thor universe. And you never know that if the man who plays Thor was Chris Hemsworth decides he doesn't want to be Thor anymore and they got to bring in another actor. This might make a cool segue for that if they continue to make Thor movies down the line. So for $1, worth picking up. Next is Heyo Jimbo, number 36. I threw this in because it is amazing. You can get certified, and this has a certificate of authenticity that I believe. You can get autographed books online for anywhere from $6, $7 to $15 of pretty big names. I mean, this is autographed by Stan Sakai, who's, of course, created Heyo Jimbo. Well worth picking up if you have a favorite collector. These are great for displays. I have different ones throughout my office. This is going to go on my wall eventually. Just really fun, and they're a good investment. I mean, they'll hold their value to a certain extent, and for anywhere for $5 to $15, you can't go wrong. So again, you got to be careful with certificates and things like this one. And I filed the certificate away, but this one was through a comic book convention. A lot of times they'll offer their own certificate. So yes, they can be faked, but sometimes you just gotta take a chance. This is Solar Man, the Atom 1, and these books aren't as popular as they were maybe last year, where Valiant was kind of making a comeback. But they're still really neat books to have if you're a child of the 90s, which I kind of was. I was in high school in the 90s, and when I was collecting these Valiant books were the holy grails to have of the modern issues. You can pick them up. I think the sticker's still on this for $2.25. I think I actually got this for less than that, like $1.75. So, you know, they're just kind of neat to have in your collection. You know, for me, it's nostalgia. Who knows, you know, if these characters will catch on again. I don't think the series are doing that well, but you never know. Next book here is Thor 412, and this is, of course, first full appearance of the New Warriors, who just got a new series. You know, this is just a fun book. This was a cool series, again, in the 90s, just one of those fun series. They had a cameo appearance in 411. 412, it's their first cover appearance. It's part of the Acts of Vengeance storyline. First full appearance of Night Thrasher, who's dead, but it's at least a appearance of maybe like a C- character, first full appearance. All these other characters, if you don't know, have appeared before. Speedball, Nova, Firestar, and Narmita all have appeared. I believe Narmita is still... Namorita is still dead. Oh, and Marvel Boy back there. Almost missed him. Narita is still dead. Night Thrasher is still dead as far as I know. But all these others are bouncing around, no pun intended, with Speedball. The Marvel Universe in different levels of activity. Nova, of course, is probably the one most people would recognize right now. So, $1.50, I think. So yeah, worth picking up. Next, this is Revenge of the Living Monolith Marvel graphic novel number 17. This is one of those, if you find it, this was like $3, $4. If you find it worth getting, this is the first appearance of Apocalypse. Now, he appears as somebody else, this guy in a fez and big fat guy, but it is retconned that is Apocalypse, who kind of helps the Living Monolith come to power. Again, with the movie coming out, you see this. It might be a great book to have if you can find it in good shape, with it being an oversized copy. Sometimes these things aren't kept in as good condition as other books because they don't always fit in boxes, and people stack them, and also this is just not a book that really has any form of popularity whatsoever. You know, Mark Silvestri is on it, and Dave Michelin, who are two fairly well-known comic book people, but other than that, I never really heard this much about this book, and probably didn't even know it exists till it kind of came on my radar. Again, one of those books you can probably find in a cheap section of a comic book store, or on sale, or even really cheap online right now. If Apocalypse really heats up, this might be a great book to pick up. As far, this is a Wikipedia thing I found, but it's not in the official Marvel handbook, so you can kind of take that for what you will. But sometimes those things change over time. Rocket Raccoon in the 80s handbook, his first appearance was listed as Hulk 271, but after the people who created him and everything said, well, we actually created this character who was named Rocky Raccoon in Marvel Preview 7, but it's the same character. So if that ever does get officially noted in a handbook or whatever, this book could really heat up. So, all right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Again, going to post again whether you watch or not. So have a good day.